Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my Plan With Me and my Recollections brand Faith Planner. I have not posted a faith plan with me in such a long time. And this time, instead of just using references from the Bible, I decided to use quotes from the Anxious for Nothing book by Max Lucado, which is also a Christian book. However, if you're not Christian, don't worry. The concepts still apply about having faith in yourself and making sure to calm yourself whenever things are hard in life. So, even though it's taken me forever to read this particular book, I do appreciate some of the things that it helps to reinforce when I get a little bit down with things that happen in my day to day life. I am including my Instagram page here. If you guys haven't followed, please feel free to pop follow my Instagram. I also do post some of these pictures on my Instagram and just other things as well. I will be including picture in picture within this particular spread. I loved how the spread turned out. However, it wasn't as clear as I would like the picture to be, so I do want to make sure that for those who are watching that you're able to see exactly what I was writing down as well. I went ahead and used three different sticker books, two being Happy Planner brand, the other being OLL stickers. And I just really loved the floral pink colors. I understand that it is June and it's just everything is in full bloom. Especially if you have allergies, you guys know what season it is as well. We're really close to summer, and I just thought that these flowers were just a great representation of how I wanted my ideas to bloom for the week because you do have to plan for your happiness. If not, there's always going to be something there to take it away. And so I thought pink was a good color to use just because the background of this recollection planner is also pink. And outside of just the recollection planner also being pink, I really do like just the real flower look. Now, Happy Planner is also known to have hand drawn flowers, but I thought for this faith planner, it would be nice to use actual real flowers, especially when dealing about being anxious and things of that nature. So I really thought that these flowers are like a gift. Who doesn't love flowers? I know that there's probably one. We're not going to focus on them. We're going to focus on all the people that love to get flowers as gifts just because. And I feel like putting flowers down in my planner is that gift to my eye just because. And the great thing about these stickers is that they don't die like real flowers. I wanted to complement this floral spread by using other full boxes and also put some cute little OLL woman stickers in there as well, just to kind of add that extra girly touch to it. So now that I've described everything that I will do decorating the faith planner, I did also want to go over some of the quotes that I was using. The first full box I put down says, "Be brave with your life." And I feel like we all have something that we are challenging to be stronger with. And a lot of things aren't easy. And sometimes it feels like life is extremely hard. But that's where being brave and just having a strong faith really comes into play. And sometimes you will be the person who encourages yourself because sometimes your problems are just so real to you, and other people, even family members, feel like, hey, you've got it, and everything like that. And sometimes you just kind of have to encourage yourself because you know that you're gonna make it through, but sometimes you just kind of get sad sometimes, and that's okay. And being brave just, I mean, means that we've only got one shot to make everything the way that it should be, and we should be kind of giving our all. And it doesn't mean that we're going to get everything that we desire, even though we work hard for it. But it just means that at least you know that you're putting your best effort for it. And sometimes it becomes a little bit hard whenever you don't get the things that you feel like maybe you should get because you worked really hard for them. I know sometimes I struggle personally whenever I have worked really hard for something and I don't get it, but then I start remembering the things that I do get, the grace that I have that I get that sometimes I don't deserve as well. So there are things that I get that I don't deserve. So whenever I think of it that way, it helps me to kind of remind myself that not everything is fair, but nothing is set out to be fair. And just to kind of roll with what you're given and just don't stop and do a pity party for yourself. Just keep moving. Sometimes you might laugh or cry along the way, but as long as you keep moving, I think everything will always end up working out the way that it should be. I went ahead and folded over my planner and I started writing down one of the quotes from the book Anxious for Nothing by Max Lucado. I'm going to do a quick picture in picture, and it says, Belief always precedes behavior. And I feel like this is 100% true. If you believe something, then you're going to act in a way to get those things, whether it's a weight loss goal, whether it's to be more kind to people in your day to day life, whether it's to get a better job. There are so many things that that quote can be used for, but you have to believe it within yourself first before you can start doing the action to step out on faith for a new business, for anything of that nature. I wrote down my next quote, and it says, Think about the things that are good and worthy of praise. That goes back to something that I said earlier in the video about making a point to focus on some of the things that you've gotten that maybe you may have not deserved. And whenever you think about that, that should give you a bit of calm, which is the next box that I wrote down. And that's an acronym I found in the book that says celebrate, ask, leave, and meditate. And it's pretty much straightforward. Celebrate the things you have, ask for the things that you want, be willing to work for them. Leave meaning don't worry about it, leave it in God's hands, and just meditate and make sure that you keep yourself at peace to always remain calm. I also decided to write down on the sidebar, it's okay to feel anxious sometimes. Because to be honest, who hasn't felt anxious about things before? That's normal. Should we feel anxious all the time? No, we shouldn't feel anxious all the time, but sometimes it is okay. It's a normal feeling that is okay to have. After I finished with what I thought were decent quotes to help get me through the midweek, I decided to go ahead and flip over my planner and continue on with other inspirational quotes that would help me finish out the week really strong. I go ahead and I start writing the quote down. The first quote being, Don't rehearse in the chaos of the world. Things are fast paced, regardless of where you live. And no, you can live in the country and still have things that are fast paced that are happening in your life, whether it be good or bad. And a lot of times, and a lot of things that you see, whether you follow on social media, I mean, you're on social media now. YouTube is a social media platform. A lot of times it causes us to just go through the motions and be caught up in drama and feel like there's something wrong sometimes whenever you're not in drama. What I mean by that, and to say it a different way, is that sometimes I feel like the world makes it seem that there's something wrong with you whenever you're not a person that likes drama. They'll look at you wrong if you like to keep to yourself, if you like to just meditate and be alone. Some people look at that and they take great problem with it. And I had to look at myself and I had to start doing a checks and balances in my life and realize that it's okay that some people like to operate in chaotic environments and create chaos so that they feel like that's really living. But you don't have to take part of it, and nor do you have to rehearse a role that people want you to play. There are plenty of times that's happened in my life, and I'm sure it's happened in yours, where someone will tell you something, gossip, and you can't even fact check it so that you can rehearse a role and be a part of this sick movie that they're trying to play to kind of stir up chaos and drama, whether it be at work or at school or even sometimes at family gatherings. So there's always someone that will be trying to instigate something, but you don't have to take that role. You don't have to accept that script. And I think that was something that really touched me when I read that in the book. You don't have to rehearse in the chaos of the world. You can be by yourself, and that's fine. The last quote that I wanted to leave you guys with says, "Let the grace of the Lord calm your soul." And like I said before, which a lot of these quotes are very similar, grace is something that we're given that we don't have to ask for. And once we realize how much grace we're given and things we have that we may not fully deserve, it allows us to calm our soul and not to compare ourselves to others. So, this is my faith plan with me, you guys. I appreciate you guys sticking all the way to the end. Hopefully, there were some things that were said that would really edify your spirit. As always, you guys, I appreciate your time. I hope that you guys realized how blessed you are. And always continue to plan for your happiness.